Hey there, folks. Pliskin by 51mm, and the video is reversed today because I still haven't got my computers fixed or anything. So I'm using my cell phone forward-facing camera, reverses everything, and figured I'd just go ahead and decide to make a video. I've been kind of quiet on the current events going on, simply because I wanted to see how things unfolded before I put up an opinion. And this is more so towards the retardation over here more than it is over there. And it's pretty fucking retarded over there as well. But I just got done watching a video from Andy No, where these two people, they're Indian protesters, I suppose. They're telling this man who is Jewish, he's a Jewish American, that he needs to go back home. Now, the dumb fuckery of that right there, because both of the, two Indian people sound like they've never lived here, like they literally just came across the border. That already kind of raises, some interesting perspectives on it, but they're sitting there telling him that he needs to go home. And I understand here in America, here in the United States, English is not a official language. And I work with people at Amazon all the time. I mean, both parties are speaking English, but I'm going to infer a little bit on my side, my experience with it. English is not the official language, but working at Amazon, you meet all sorts of different people. And if you're going to migrate to another country, it'd probably help to learn the native language a little bit before you go to said country. But I digress. That's just up for whoever. That's not really important to the main topic at hand. But they're both telling this man to go home. And, well, he was born here. So he is home. And they're telling him to go home. And I raised the point to this to my buddy at work last night. It's like, all this retardation of targeting people over here because they happen to be of a certain, ethnic background or religion. And it's not just here, it's like in Europe, everywhere. The whole fucking thing has just lost its mind. Hate crimes are up whopping numbers all over in Europe, in New York and all that. But, what's the mentality of targeting people over here who have probably never set foot over in Israel? They probably never. That's the retardation of it. The whole thing is retarded as fuck, in all honesty. I've just sat back and shook my head. I'm not really, gotten involved because of the craziness of it all. But the retardation, it just blows your mind just sitting there watching it. And then, the other thing, I just commented on YouTube to somebody. Because they're like, what's the point of putting up missing people's photos or posters over here in this country when all this is going on thousands of miles away in the Middle East? And see, it's just like, if they're I understand the gravity of the events that took place, but that's a good point that fellow made. What does putting up missing persons posters over here in the United States, or in this case where that video was filmed that Andy No put up, I believe was in California. I think it was in the title of the video. I can't look it up right now because I'm not using my phone as a camera. But, it's like, what's putting up missing people's posters going to do, you know, for the events going on over there? Same with all these protests. Seen the other day where pro-Palestinian protesters were, you know, uh, doing like 2020 style protesting in front of the White House, just sitting there banging on the gates and all that with their Palestinian flags. It's just like, what's that going to do to, like, how does that affect the events going on over there? What does anything over here that anybody does, you know, what, where in the world does anybody think, oh, well, if I just get out and scream and protest and hate enough, it'll eventually change the flow of events over in the other country? That'd be like over, like, and I'm sure it probably happened. I just didn't give enough of a damn to pay much attention. But like the Russian-Ukraine war protests, well, I say that there probably were some that happened over here that I don't, like I said, I didn't care enough to pay attention, because at the end of the day, all this shit is fucking nonsense. I mean, really, the war over there doesn't have a whole lot to do with over here. I mean, people feel differently, but what? It's kind of pointless. I just don't understand. It's mind-boggling. I think in a lot of ways, the media blowing it up, making it more than what it is effectively making people think, oh, it's like there's some kind of psychosis going on. They're like, oh, well, I gotta get out and protest. I gotta get out and riot. I'm like, did you think that all the way through? It's like, what are you doing that's going to affect the events over there? Like, what is anybody doing that's going to affect the events over there? Well, there's nothing, because nobody over here or in Europe or wherever. I mean, do people think, oh, the people that are over there watch all this stuff going down on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and say, oh, well, you know what? They're fucking right. They're out there rioting, protesting, this, that, or other. I think I'll fucking just, go along with it or agree or just stop doing what I'm doing. It's retardation. That's all it is. And the fact that, the level of violence domestically in Europe and the United States towards people for being being a Jew or whatever, supporting whoever, doing whatever, is just went up through the roof. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm not too worried. I don't get involved, and I'm not worried about the southern border. I mean, yeah, it needs closed up, but I'm not worried. I sleep soundly with all my firearms, so I just think it's the idea of all that's ridiculous. Though they're like, oh, well, this event's going on over somewhere, and well, I better just freak the fuck out here where I live and go destroy and riot and protest and lose my fucking mind. It's like, what the fuck does that accomplish? It don't, other than just showing that you're an ignoramus and you just fall in with whatever you happen to agree with on the giggle fuck box, also known as the TV and mainstream media. I don't know. It's interesting times. All I know is you better be arming up and got your ammo and magazines and your guns, because we're going into election year, and if shit's already crazy this much here in November, I mean, it's going on since October, but in the last month, shit's been going crazy. I give this shit till about March of 2024 if you know what I mean. Just think back, go back 4 years, March 2020, and I think we all remember what happened then, and the chances of history repeating itself because we're in a election year. Everything. Oh, it's all serious. Oh, everything's it's we gotta start focusing on shit now type mentality, and I give it till March 2024 before shit starts looking like deja vu. Only this time it's going to be deja vu plus 2, 2020.4 bullshit going on. So anyway, that's been my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. I personally really don't give a damn about the whole events going over there. I mean, yes, is it bad? Yeah. War in all of its entirety is bad. Nothing good comes of it. But, it's just fucking insane. But yeah, I'm not on any sides. I worry. I'm on the America's side. Whatever helps America needs to be going on. And other countries can handle themselves. It's time for us to quit holding the hand of the world and focus on home. Because we got that border wide open, and you just don't know. Just don't know. They don't give a damn about it, and that's a lot more concerning than what's going on thousands of miles away and bullshit that's out of everybody's control except the people involved. So that's been my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, by the way, got my Dio Holy Diver poster and a target that I've shot up. So just to add a little bit more to background and all that. I think it looks cool. Dio Holy Diver is one of the best albums ever made. So if you get the chance, pick one up, because even if you aren't a metalhead, I'm sure there's something on it that you'd like. Anyway, until the next video, peace.